This is your flight today, finally going to Barcelona. So I will wait some minutes to have more viewers. Hello, stay free. Welcome aboard. Already 2 viewers. Including you for the moment. Dear Cliado, via there and stay free. This is 2 viewers. Hope we will be more. Oui, Stéphane, dis-moi si ça va mieux là. J'ai mon logiciel de stream qui s'est déconnecté et qui s'est reconnecté tout seul, alors je sais pas ce que ça a fait. I've been disconnected for a while, now I'm back. I'm not sure if it's okay for you now. Mon micro est trop faible. Attends, je vais essayer de faire quelque chose. Alors, hop, audio. And the micro volume is better now. So you of course will tell me now, we are at Faro airport in Portugal. This is a new airport released in World Update 8. This airport has been made by Gaia Simulation, and this is a beautiful one with its own jetways and not default Azobo ones, so this is very great. So let's start the flight preparation. Here we are in the cockpit now. So let's first start battery 1 and battery 2. Okay. I forgot. No, I don't forgot. Navigraph charts is okay or not. So I already connected the GPU, so I can start external power. And stroboscopic lights and the first Addons. So I check the cockpit pre-flight, so parking brake are set, wipers off, spoilers retracted, engine masters off, engine mode selector normal, thrust lever idle, flaps retracted, anti-skid on, and landing gear down, and fuel quantity still no fuel, not so much. We will add a few moments later. I forgot to change something because my last flight was on the Concorde and I had my 4 engine configuration on the quadrant, so I changed to 2 engine configuration. Okay. Then battery 1 and 2 already on, external power on, stroboscopic light auto, Addons 1 aligned, Addons 2 I can at the same time change the lights.
My seat? Oh, stiff free seat. Stiff free, what's your seat?
And the last idea. Okay, then change the lights. I'm not sure if they fixed the preset problem on the EFB. I will check. So I made a preset, try to load. Okay, and stay in loading. Lights are okay, but buttons are still like that. So I have to click one time on each button to have this on the good position. This is quite weird.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on
and
items
get back my
overhead
stroboscopic
bins and
light
smaller
on.
items underneath the seat in front of you.
Seat
Unless
belts,
you're in the front
no
row,
smoking
please
lights,
place all
and
of your
emergency
items in
exit
the overhead
lights
bin. If you
on.
have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we will be happy to assist you.
Current
After you
service,
put
I
your
need
carry-on items
baggage
in the
and
overhead bin
catering.
and it is full, make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Also, be
Let's
sure
get
that the
some
aisle
brief
is clear
data
and sit
for
down
the
so that
flight.
way other passengers can get by you. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please review the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card provided for you. Please make sure that you are able and willing to perform these actions. If you're not, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can use
Then check the OFP for the fuel. We need 9656, but there is a new option to get it set automatically here. And let's refuel. Okay, so passengers are now boarding, of course, so I will init info and start boarding now. Okay, and boarding started. 2 presidential suits for you. Okay, so refueling in progress and boarding in progress. Brightness okay, lights okay. Check and initiator lights. Everything seems to work. Yes. Check fire tests. Okay, all fire tests working. Now I can prepare the flight plan. So I will first request something, because depending on which runway is in use, I will have a different departure and a different route.
Faro Airport information, Quebec 1600 Zulu. Wind 101 at 24. Visibility, tree. Sky condition, few clouds at 6,100 feet, few clouds at 17,900 feet. Temperature, 17. Dew point, 10. Altimeter 29.77. ILS Yankee runway 10 in use. Landing and departing runway 10.
Okay, so landing and departing runway 10. So I can go to init request, because in my flight plan this is already for runway 10.
Air Portugal 1904 is cleared to Lisbon Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 10, climbs and maintain 10,000 feet. Departure frequency is 119.405 squawk 6531. Air Portugal 1904 cleared to Lisbon Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 10, climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Departure on 119.55 squawk 6531.
So departure runway 10 with SID NIRA 3 Foxtrot, and I insert. You can check the OFP. Where is the route? So I will change this one with by deleting manual waypoint, deleting the flight plan discontinuity, and fly over this waypoint. I'm not sure if this is a Azobo server problem or by my side, because I'm streaming from China with a VPN, so maybe this is my side.
Contact ground on 118.58 when ready to taxi. Good day. Faro ground Air Portugal.
Okay, so the flight plan is already set.
Ready to taxi IFR. Air Portugal 190.
I can ask clearance now for IFR flight.
Via taxiway. Contact tower on 120.755 when ready.
Faro ground Vueling 8483 ready to copy IFR clearance to Barcelona.
Vueling 8483 is cleared to Barcelona.
Runway
Airport
10
as filed.
and first
Runway 10
altitude,
climbs and maintain
initial
9,000
altitude
feet.
9,000 feet.
Departure frequency is 119.55 squawk 1522.
Vueling 8483 cleared to Barcelona Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 10 climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure on 119.55 squawk.
So flight plan page, init page is okay, flight plan page is okay, red nav page we don't need for now, as this is air nav SID.
Taxi to and hold short runway 10 using taxiway airport.
Okay, refueling is still in progress. I will wait a little bit.
France to Lyle 7679 requesting pushback. France to
Welcome aboard, everyone. So now the plane is still refueling at Faro Airport. With this beautiful livery from Platin.to. So now, in order to have VNAV work properly, we need to set wind information in the FMS. So we need climb winds, and we can find that in the OFP. After the detailed flight plan, we have a section called wind information. Here. So I will set all this wind information for climb information until our cruise at 350, I think, or 370. Let's check. In brief, 350. Let's set this in this page. So we have 276 at 4 for flight level 100. We have 269 at 16 for flight level 150. Sorry, I cannot speak Spanish. Wind at 253 at 34 at flight level 200. Wind 252 at 59 knots at flight level 310, and then 252 at 60 knots for flight level 350. And for next phase we will stay at 350, so I will take an average wind information for the whole flight at all waypoints. So this is 252 at 60 most of the time, 251 at 62, 72, 86. So the middle seems to be 253, something like that, at 70. The wind gets stronger at the end of the flight, at flight level 350. For the cruise phase. Then for the descent wind, I take winds from the descent column here, from 350 to 100. So we have 257 at 87 for flight level 350. Wind from 257 at 100 knots at flight level 310. Wind from 258 at 61 knots for flight level 200, wind from 259 at 21 knots for flight level 150, and wind at 298.7 knots at flight level 100. And as alternative wind, we take the same as this one for the moment. Okay, so our wind information is already set. I think this is kind of bug, stay free still here. Sometimes it's YouTube, the count on YouTube is not right. Okay, so now refueling is over. We can go to init page 2, insert our zero fuel weight and center of gravity, that is 24.2, and fuel planning. Okay, I always do fuel planning after wind information, that it will be more accurate, of course. Then for 24.2 in prog page, perf page, I take off with flaps 1 and up. 1.7 for the trim. The temperature is 17 degrees. So I will have a flex takeoff temperature of about something like 30. That is 17. We don't have any tool for calculation now. Is this maybe my connection? Is it possible that I sense something in very bad quality, or because I think maybe it should be my connection. That's so disappointing. This was your flight. I can see my own stream in AGR, or maybe this is your connection this time. So flex takeoff temperature 30 degrees. As we fly with live ATC, I put 18,000 feet as transition altitude, and we can set our V1, VR, and V2 speed. Okay. Passenger already board the plane. So I can switch on. I can continue the startup procedure. Switch on IPU. So I need informations from. I need the QNH, local QNH. So I request meta information to have local QNH at Faro. Get back to company message, we received it. Okay, the meta say we have 1008 So I put 1008 here. Okay. APU available. Okay, I start all the pumps. Crew oxygen supply. Wing, nav and logo lights. Also, boarding is over, so I don't need gateway anymore. And APU avail, start APU bleed and switch off external power. And then I don't need the GPU anymore.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight 8483 with service to Barcelona. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 23 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap. The safe labels and seatbacks must be in the full upright and locked.
So I connect the tug for pushback.
Air doors for departure, cross-check, verify straps, and stand by for all calls. Flight attendants, please prepare cabin for departure and cross-check.
It still have some bugs, but it's okay. Then I start beacon lights as we will start engines quickly. Now that we have air conditioning, I will reduce a little bit the temperature as it is too hot now. Okay, the tug is now connected. I can release parking brake. Okay. And then start pushback. Then we can switch engine selector to ignition start.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your complete attention to the flight attendants as they demonstrate the safety features of our aircraft. You will notice a light illuminated above your seat. When this light is illuminated, please fasten your seatbelt low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight as you may experience unexpected turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, lower level lighting will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a loss in cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. Take the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you, and place it firmly over your nose and mouth.
Okay, so the line is here. I will have to turn the nose to the left.
If you're traveling with children, now's the time to pick your favorite one. But secure your mask and then assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you to escape your unit. In the event that the pilot decides to take us for a swim, a fashionable life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Slip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If your life vest does not inflate automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual inflation. Each vest is equipped with a whistle and light. If necessary, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation.
And then for me the Alt button does not work, so I have to reduce the speed of the tug. Okay, and put the park brake and send back the tug.
Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the laboratories is strictly prohibited by law.
Okay, pushback is terminated. We can start engine 2.
We suggest reading this and let us know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
I can contact ground now for a taxi. and prepare everything. I need some lights here, it's a little bit dark. Switch on taxi lights and nose lights to taxi. Confirm.
Taxiing hold short runway 10 using taxiway Vueling 8483.
So engine 2 is starting. Okay, stabilized. Let's start engine 1. Sounds from the cabin also are very, very accurate, I think. Forgot to start predictive wind shear and to close the door. Sorry for that. Okay, engine 1 also available. Let's have engine mode selector to norm. Switch off APU bleed and APU master. Auto brake max. Ground spoilers armed.
The cabin is ready for takeoff.
Flaps takeoff configuration flaps 1.
Hold position Ryanair 1472.
And then let's start taxi to runway 10, all short. Back brake released. Like that. And let's go.
Ryanair 1472, continue taxi. Ryanair 1472, hold position. Caution the Airbus A32NX on the taxiway.
Hold position Ryanair 1472.
Okay, so it asks me to go over this taxiway.
Ryanair 1472, continue taxi.
Let's say goodbye to Faro. Very nice airport. Oh yes, the takeoff config is normal. Okay, so I'm not sure if the connection problem is from my side or from Asobo side. I have a lot of little disconnections from Asobo servers. Ryanair takeoff very shortly. Maybe no passenger on board. Okay, and we are now arriving at Old Short runway
10.
Here we are. Back brake. Okay, so prepare takeoff configuration. So PACX off. Lights takeoff and landing lights on. TCAS on TARA. Check the cabin. And then request takeoff to the tower.
Faro Tower, Vueling 848 at runway 10, ready for departure IFR to Barcelona.
Vueling 848 altimeter 29.77 phoneme alphabet equals X Microsoft UBS PH equals WU8 wind flash phoneme 111 at 22. Cleared for takeoff runway 10.
Okay, so it tells me I'm clear for takeoff, but I see on TCAS there is a plane in final.
Cleared for takeoff runway 10, Vueling 848.
It also doesn't tell me. Let's have a look. I cannot see it. 500 over us. And disappear. Is it because landing or something else? Okay, this is still a weird bug of no plane in the game but a plane in the TCAS. Let's go align
On the runway. Ça bug comment?
Ça saccade, ça fait quoi? Attends, il faudrait que je m'écoute. Okay, we are now aligned. Et ça dépend des moments, parce que là je me suis écouté, ça marchait. Ok, bon, on va décoller et on verra après si ça va mieux. Ok, so let's take off now. Chrono on. N1 50%. Release brakes and flex. Man flex 30. SRS. Climb nav auto throttle in blue. 100 knots. Check. V1, check, rotate. Positive climb, gear up.
Vueling 8483, contact Lisbon Center on 119.55. Good day.
Going to 119.55, Vueling 8483.
So we have to climb to 3,000 feet
8483 is at 1,200 feet, climbing 9,000 feet.
to set our climb
Vueling 8483,
profile.
Lisbon Center, altimeter 29.77, continue to FR611 as planned.
Okay, we're arriving at 3,000 feet. Throttle climb. AP1 engaged. Pack 2 and pack 1 back. Nose lights and taxi lights off. Front spoilers disarmed. Stéphrie, c'est peut-être un bug chez toi parce que moi quand j'écoute sur Flaps Retracted, quand j'écoute sur mon téléphone, donc ce qui est diffusé sur YouTube, en fait j'ai pas ça. Okay, so now we are in managed climb to 9,000 feet. So we arrive the magenta point that is where we will change the speed. So it should be 10,000 feet, but because we are limited to 9,000 feet now, we will arrive at 9,000 feet on the blue arrow. J'espère que ça va aller. Du coup, il faudra que je vois si... parce que les moments où j'écoute et les moments que tu me montres en vidéo, c'est pas les mêmes. Ok, 15,000 feet. Let's go. Then I will ask clearance to go to 350.
We have now passed 2,000 feet. You may turn on larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight. Do not form a line near the left wing. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. You will be required to pay a small fee if you wish to access it. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi, you will be able to access a wide range of...
We are now passing 10,000 feet. Switch off landing lights. And we can have passengers walking now.
The cluster has turned off the fastest seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected circumstances.
So we can see that every place has been is rendered better since World Update 8. You can see the ground, cities, everything is way better. It's beautiful in Portugal and also in Spain. This livery is also beautiful. Okay, so we are arriving at 18,000 feet. I set standard QNH now, but I want to see something. Ah, yes, this is blinking now. Okay, I can set standard QNH now. It was working before on development version, but always nothing on experimental version. And now this is corrected on experimental version also. We have the QNH information that is blinking according what you set in the FMS. In case you forget that, you will be reminded by the plane itself. So in performance, I can set my transition level that also will be 18,000. Flight level 180. Okay, then I will listen Barcelona ATIS in order to know the as soon as possible on which runway I will have to land. So to get that, I will have to check on the chart the frequency of the ATIS. Brief. Okay, so approach charts or star or so, any chart has got this information, I think. Okay, so ATIS frequency is 118.655. And I put this on VHF2. .655 and 118. Set and then listening. So the wind now at Barcelona is from 070. There should be a landing runway 2 or runway 6, of course, runway 6. Let me check if we have 4:30 p.m. Zulu METAR. I don't want this, I don't want this, I just want Barcelona. METAR received. Still 4 p.m. Okay, we are cleared for flight level 350. Let's go. So on the prog page, we can see what is our optimal and maximum flight level. So we see that we can go to flight level 370 or maybe 90, but we still, if we can go to flight level 390 maximum, we will not go to the maximum, we will take a marge. So I will ask for flight level 370. So as we are a little bit late, I will go to Mach 0.8, set manually. And I change the cruise altitude. Okay. I think the arrival expected time is not the real one. It's not possible that we will arrive so late. Maybe this is something with the arrival point, with the slim and decel points that add some time. These times here are also very weird. These distances. Okay, now it says that we arrive now. This is quite weird. All times change to 5:02. 5:02 p.m. I don't understand. What is going on with the expected arrival time is not accurate. Yes, it's still VNAV, but there is no constraints now for our climb, so it climbs as fast as it can. The major part of VNAV is during the descent, to follow the descent profile until their arrival. Some departure, maybe we'll have some weird constraints, and it will be more interesting to see that, but not for this one.
Climb and maintain flight level 370.
Okay, 370. Okay, so we are arriving at our cruise altitude. I can set the TCAS on below. And here we are flying over Spain now. Yes, the free. I set wings at the beginning of the flight. I think maybe we were disconnected. It was during those 5 minutes. I can show you in init page wind temperature. I set climb wind here. An average wind for flight level 350, and I should put 370 now. So 370, something like 255, 256, 45, 256, 255, 258. Okay, so 256 at 60, 256 at 60. Only 60. At 70 also. 370. Because I changed my cruise altitude, I should set this one. And also in the descent phase, I will add the 370 wind that is at the top of descent. It's 26170. 26170 at 370. Okay. So we are now cruising over Spain.
Descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway 12 approach via Tulsa. Transition clear to Tulsa, Swistia 118.
Then we will start our descent at the indicated top of descent point, that is between Qasim and PACX. But maybe will be earlier because I have to check last meta information in maybe 15 minutes, and depending on the wind, maybe I will change for landing runway 06 right. And for this runway we will have to speed up descent earlier. Okay, so in a few minutes we will have the 5 PM Zulu METAR that is still not available in the game, so I will wait to have it. Maybe at 5:20, something like this, I will request METAR. Let's check something with because PACX still think I'm climbing, so it does not give any drinks to my passengers. Oh, okay, it's just changed to cruise mode now. That's weird. Okay, oh, charts are working, okay, from Navigraph. So I can set the initial approach chart for the runway 06 right. I think I will have to change the runway for 06 right in the FMS.
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight service. We will be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look in your feedback for a list of complimentary and premium drinks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. Please note that we only accept credit cards.
So maybe we can calculate okay, some weather problem in MSFS, nothing too bad. The problem I lost my connection to Azobo server. Yippee! Connection back. Oh, sorry, I have to put back the photogrammetry. That has been deactivated. It takes in time. Sorry for that. I had some connection problem. Okay, we're great. Let's go back to our flight. Okay. In direction Y10. Can I set the runway heading? Yes, flaps full, no overweight. Reverse, of course. No auto land. Okay, so the runway 06 right is 64 heading. Should be dry. And the elevation is 8 feet. No slope. distance available in meters. In feet should be better. Is something like 8727 is the full length of the runway. Okay, approach speed. So approach speed, we got that in performance page. Something about 132 knots. Okay, everything is set. Calculate. So with any break information, also with low, we got enough runway to land. So if I don't use reverse, okay, it's the same. Why? So we got enough runway, and we will stay in low for the auto brake. Okay, so in about 2 minutes I will request the last METAR.
Hello Patrice, welcome aboard.
So we are now mid-flight between Faro and Barcelona. And I will request a new METAR in 1 or 2 minutes to check the weather at Barcelona in order to know which runway should be in use. But I think I will have to change from 24 left to 6 right. Where are you from, Patrice? Okay, let's try to see if I can get the 5 p.m. METAR. For Barcelona. Eh bien, bienvenue sur ma chaîne. J'ai fait mes premiers pas dans l'aviation près de Toulouse, à Bourg-Saint-Bernard exactement. Alors, je suis français, mais je suis expatrié en Chine. Donc, à cause des restrictions Covid, mon seul moyen de voyager, c'est dans Flight Simulator pour le moment. Et mon seul moyen aussi d'avoir de maintenir un petit peu mes compétences aéronautiques, c'est le simulateur. Puisqu'en Chine,
les aéroclubs pour le privé n'existent pas.
Non, non, c'est vrai, j'ai fait des stages de planeur quand j'avais 16 ans, 17 ans, à Bourg-Saint-Bernard. J'ai eu mon brevet de pilote de planeur là-bas. Ensuite, j'ai fait un petit peu d'avion, mais c'était plus à Saintes, en Charente-Maritime. Et puis après, je suis expatrié en Chine, donc je n'ai plus retouché un avion après, malheureusement. Ça fait bien longtemps. Trop longtemps. Ok, we got the last METAR information. Donc on a eu le dernier METAR. Donc on a un vent du 100 à 7,9. Alors je vais l'imprimer parce que je pense que ce sera le dernier METAR qu'on verra. 100 à 7 nœuds. Alors là, je me demande bien qu'est-ce que va me donner comme piste. Ah, il va me donner une approche en 0,6. Hein.
Moi, je pense que vu qu'il n'y a que des Français qui regardent pour le moment, je peux parler en français.
Donc je vais changer mon plan de vol tout de suite, tant qu'il n'est pas trop tard, pour une arrivée piste 06 droite. Alors 06 droite, si on part du même point de début de star, ce sera Mate 2 Echo. Voilà. Et le via Rubo Waypoint. Et j'insère. Ah, on va gagner du temps, hein. Alors par contre, il y a un bug là. Alors on va faire un petit check de notre plan de vol avec contrainte. Alors ah oui non, c'est pas un bug, c'est parce qu'il y a le manuel après. Donc en général, vu que on peut pas trop se baser sur l'ATC du jeu pour nous guider, j'ai fait des essais quand même à Barcelone avant de venir, avant le live. À Nice, ça marche bien, l'ATC nous guide bien pour faire le circle to land, mais par contre là, le manuel il est pas bon du tout. Donc je vais l'enlever. Et je vais quand même faire un flyover sur le BL530. Histoire de dire qu'on dépasse un petit peu plus. Hein. Voilà. Ah merci, je pensais que j'avais quand même assez régulièrement un petit accent français qui ressortait. Mais il n'est pas si fort que ça. Mais de temps en temps, ça dépend de la fatigue, des sujets qui sont abordés. Voilà, bon là, le plan de vol, évidemment, il est mal tracé parce qu'on est à une vitesse trop élevée pour qu'il le trace comme il faut. Mais en réduisant la vitesse, effectivement, ça reliera bien le point perruque. Voilà, donc on va pouvoir revenir en arc et en 80.
D'ailleurs, ça me fait penser que j'avais fait mon premier live sur ma chaîne, c'était un vol Orly-Toulouse.
C'était pour la sortie de l'aéroport de Toulouse. On l'a attendu d'ailleurs celui-là. Donc apparemment le top of descente n'a pas changé, c'est assez bizarre. En même temps, vu l'approche, ça m'étonne pas. Oui, c'est normal. C'est surtout parce que je galère un petit peu à trouver mes mots en anglais parce que je le pratique pas assez souvent. Donc je profite justement des lives pour le pratiquer un petit peu plus. Et comme je cherche mes mots dans ma tête, je parle plus lentement. Donc effectivement, ça donne quelque chose d'un petit peu plus compréhensible. En anglais, je pourrais recommander éventuellement EasyJet SimPilot. Qui a une voix, alors c'est un anglais je pense, et il a une voix assez claire je trouve en anglais. C'est vrai qu'après il y a des streamers américains, là j'ai un peu plus de mal effectivement.
Bon là aujourd'hui on va finir le live en français je pense parce que vous êtes 2 Français à bord et un Français aux commandes.
Donc on va être en français, entre Français. Mais évidemment, les lives suivants seront en anglais
s'il y a des personnes d'autres nationalités connectées sur le live.
Et puis ça me changera un petit peu d'avoir une partie du live en français de temps en temps. Le prochain live d'ailleurs sera un vol en Concorde. J'ai pas fait un live tout de suite parce qu'il faut quand même que j'apprenne à piloter la bête avant. Ce sera un live entre... je vais peut-être faire une série de lives en fait pour Concorde, des lives sur tous les charters qui ont été faits sur Concorde à l'époque où il était en service. Pas les vols réguliers, parce que tout le monde va faire des lives sur des vols réguliers, donc il y en aura bien trop. Donc moi je vais faire plutôt des vols charter, des destinations où il y est allé peut-être qu'une fois ou 2 fois. Donc je sais que le Concorde est allé à Hong Kong. Kai-Tak, l'ancien aéroport de Hong Kong. Donc je vais faire peut-être un live entre Singapour et Hong Kong la semaine prochaine. Puis ça permet d'avoir un live assez court aussi, pas trop long.
Oui, je comprends tout à fait.
Bon, c'est vrai que mon anglais s'est quand même amélioré du fait d'être expatrié. Alors je suis expatrié en Chine, donc bon, les Chinois, je parle mieux chinois qu'anglais. Mais quand je rencontre d'autres expatriés comme moi, effectivement, là, il faut parler anglais. Et en fonction des nationalités, j'ai des fois du mal. J'ai un ami allemand sur place qui parle un anglais parfait. Et donc je le comprends très bien et ça me permet d'améliorer mon anglais sur place. Mais je le vois pas souvent. Alors, on va faire un petit truc. C'est que pour l'arrivée, il faut toujours prévoir une deuxième approche au cas où que l'ILS ne marche pas ou quelque chose comme ça. Donc, je vais regarder si en 06 droite, est-ce qu'il y a une approche VOR ou autre. Ah oui, on a une approche VOR. Donc je peux rentrer les informations du VOR. et le CRS, donc le cap à suivre pour le VOR. Comme ça, si on appuie l'ILS, on peut suivre cette approche-là. Je ne sais pas si elle va s'afficher. Si, voilà. Donc le VOR, c'est 114,3 qu'on suit à 66 degrés. Donc dans grade nav, autant pour le copilote que pour le commandant de bord, je vais mettre ces informations. À 66 degrés. Voilà. Bah là, il est 1h30 du matin chez moi. Mais c'est un week-end, il y a un jour férié. Alors lundi, mardi sont fériés en Chine. Donc c'est pour ça que je me suis permis de streamer un peu plus tard. Parce que je sais pas pourquoi mon accès internet le soir entre 22h et minuit est très compliqué. J'ai eu quelques déconnexions du serveur d'Azobo en début de stream. Une très grosse juste avant
ton arrivée.
Et là, ça a l'air d'aller beaucoup mieux. Ça dépend des heures, en fait. Des fois, j'essaye de streamer, en fait, quand il fait jour, à l'endroit où je fais un stream. Donc là, on est en Espagne, donc c'est pas loin de la France. Donc en général, ça tombe un dimanche fin d'après-midi.
Donc tout va bien.
Mais la semaine dernière, j'ai fait un stream en Asie. Alors là, ça a été beaucoup plus compliqué.
C'était à 8h du matin en France.
Et donc on a la fréquence ILS 110-75 qui est déjà pré-rentrée. Donc on va vérifier que c'est la bonne quand même, avant d'avoir des mauvaises surprises. Donc l'ILS 110-75, c'est bien ça. Hein. Donc on va regarder les minimums. Donc le minimum pour un catégorie C, c'est 272 pieds. Donc on va aller dans Performance. Et dans Paro, je vais mettre 272. On utilise radio uniquement s'il fait mauvais. Hein. Donc j'en profitais pour entrer les informations du QNH pour l'abriver. La température de 8 degrés à Barcelone. Il fait un peu frisqué. Hein. Et donc, du vent du 100 à 7 nœuds. Voilà, donc on a toutes nos informations d'approche qui sont rentrées. Et on approche tranquillement de notre top of descente qui est juste après Kassim. Donc dans 6 minutes, je vais faire une demande de descente à la tour. À chaque fois, le TCAS ne fonctionne pas. On a un avion juste au-dessus. Voilà. Et il n'est pas affiché sur le TCAS. Ça, je comprendrai jamais. Pourtant, ils ont l'air de dire que ça marche très bien. Moi, j'ai toujours ce genre de bug. Mais bon, c'est toujours un work in progress.
Ah oui, c'est vrai, j'avais vu qu'ils disaient qu'on appelait ça un effet de goutte polaire, je crois, quelque chose comme ça. Ah, ça va peut-être venir chez moi après.
Et pour le stream en Concorde, même si c'est en Asie, je pense que ce que je ferais, c'est que je le ferais bien avec la météo réelle, mais je prendrai pas l'heure réelle. C'est-à-dire, je vais juste modifier l'heure dans la page météo ici. Donc on n'aura pas l'heure réelle, mais on aura la météo en temps réel quand même, qui sera injectée dans le jeu. Parce que
C'est bien beau d'avoir essayé.
j'ai essayé de fidéliser un petit peu les viewers asiatiques. Mais alors déjà que YouTube est bloqué en Chine, c'est pas gagné. Et mon dernier live au Japon, j'ai eu aucun japonais qui ne s'est connecté. On va essayer de rester sur des horaires pratiques le dimanche. Les connexions réussies. Bon, on va remettre... on va refaire comme tout à l'heure. On va remettre les données. Ça, c'est quand même pas sympa, qui ne laisse pas le choix. Même si c'est lent, j'aurais bien aimé les garder quand même. Ça fait une petite pause.
Vous m'entendez toujours là?
Donc le problème de son, ça doit venir de mon côté. Alors pourquoi? Ah oui, je disais qu'en général, les streams, j'essaie de les faire le dimanche après-midi ou soir. Pas le soir, pardon. Heure française de dimanche après-midi ou vraiment début de soirée. Mais pas le soir tard parce que pour moi...
Après, c'est de nuit. Est-ce que le vol est reparti pour vous?
Ok. Bon, donc on arrive bientôt à Kassim, donc on va pouvoir demander notre descente à la tour. D'ici quelques minutes. Alors je mets 80 ici, je vais mettre 40 là. Tout réglé sur contrainte. On va mettre la vitesse en managed, histoire d'avoir une descente full VNAV. La qualité est en low. Ouais. Je vais faire une demande de descente et puis on verra. Alors.
Barcelona Center, Vueling 8483. Request flight level 270.
Là, malheureusement, pour le son, je vais peut-être l'image et le son, je vais avoir du mal à faire quelque chose. Je pense que
C'est lié à ma connexion.
Descend and maintain flight
Ah.
level 270.
Okay, we have new followers. Welcome aboard. So I switch to English now.
So we will start our descent now to Barcelona Airport.
Barcelona Center, Vueling 8483. Request 17,000 feet.
Vueling 8483, descend and maintain flight level 270, expect 17,000 feet.
So I first descend to flight level 270.
Level 270, expect 17,000 feet, Vueling 8483.
We just passed the top of descent, so we are now in managed VNAV. You can see the speed with both magenta markers. So we still don't know which runway is in use, but according to last META information, wind is from 100, so this should be runway 6, left or right. It's about the same approach, of course. So now we are passing PACX waypoints. This is the beginning of the star. As I made the calculation previously, I can switch the auto brakes to low. It's really enough.
Okay, Patrice.
Thanks for the information. So I put the seatbelt sign on to have passengers going back to their seat.
Please return to your seat as the seatbelt sign is now on.
Let's have a look at our perf page. Okay, 272 is a good one for category 1 approach. So for newcomers, I put the transition altitude at 18,000 feet because MSFS only use this altitude as a transition altitude with live weather. Okay, TCAS is implemented by default on development and experimental versions of FlyByWire A32NX. This has not been included in the stable version from now. The VNAV is only available in experimental version. Okay, we are cleared for flight level 190. A reduced range on both sides. And let's check. Oh, we're clear for 7,000 feet now. Let's go. I think I can directly put the, because the descent is managed, and it also will, and okay, the minimum is the same. Altitude is the same. Everything is quite the same. Missed approach altitude 500. Okay. So we can descend, manage descent to 2,900. As the descent is managed with constraints, and the ETC, in-game ETC is following constraints. Video back. I hope the connection will keep going until landing.
Ryanair 6604 traffic is 90 in Davos. Clock 4 miles at flight level 360. Report them in sight. Lufthansa 1151 traffic is 12 in Davos. Clock 3 miles at flight level 350. Report them in sight. Ryanair 8674 traffic is 11 in Davos.
The approach drawings are very funny, but I think it will be better as soon as we arrive at the right speed. But I think we are way too high. We will expedite the descent with a little bit speed brake. I will switch on both LS buttons. Let's check on RadNav to be sure that the frequency is set. Okay. And display also more informations. So we are arriving at flight level 180. I switch to local QNH.
127.7 for Ryanair 1284. Barcelona Center, Ryanair 1284 is at 10,800 feet, descending 8,500 feet. Ryanair 1284
So I hope the VNAV will lead to the right altitude to land.
Ryanair 1284 contact Barcelona.
I'm not sure about that.
Because it's a new feature on the
A32NX. Because it seems to descend very, very slowly.
127.7 for Ryanair 1284.
Okay, so let's see instruments now. Okay, the drawing is a little bit better now. And switch to 10 here. We are still in descent phase and the approach phase seems to start here. We have the decel point here. Okay, see you quickly.
We are about to land now.
In maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
Ryanair 8674 traffic is 60 in Addons. Clock 1 miles at flight level 360 Boeing. Report them in sight.
We should be below 7,000 feet at PL538 and the plane is just not following that.
Ryanair 8674 traffic in sight. Vueling 8483 contact Barcelona approach on 135.28. Good day.
Okay, so we are arriving in clouds, temperature will quickly be in icing conditions, so I switch on anti-ices.
Vueling 8483 Barcelona.
We arrive below 10,000 feet, I switch on landing lights. And we're way too high now. I think the VNAV still needs some corrections, but it's a work in progress, of course.
We have begun our final descent into Barcelona. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to select any track one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seatback pocket or under the seat cushion. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
Okay, so I think I need to manage it manually. 2 to 5 knots, flaps 1, and we will descend quickly. Like this. Okay, I'll put all lights. I go in approach phase. Call. Then we are going into clouds now. It's quite common. So I need to reduce my speed to 185 knots. And below 200 feet, 200 knots, sorry, I will switch to flaps 2. Okay, let's go flaps 2. The green dot here is our descent profile for VNAV, so we are still good. I get back to the right profile to arrive at 2,900 feet at Iberic. Okay, I want to descend. Please descend. Okay, then gear down. Okay, we are below the glide slope, this is right. Can go with managed speed. And we have the runway in sight. The glide slope is slowly coming. I can engage APPR and set my missed approach altitude to 500. This is quite weird for mid approach altitude. But this is the first step. First step is 500 and then climb to 3000 feet. But 500 is mid approach altitude info to be set in the FIS. Okay, the ATC is still okay. ATC just changed my approach again. Okay, this is just funny. They asked me to go for 6 right, and then they changed again for 6 left, for 24 left.
Please expedite your climb 7,000 feet.
So I land here.
2,500.
Flaps 3. And 4. Landing checklist. Landing gear down. Auto brake low. Nose lights and runway turn off lights on. Anti-ice is not required. Some lights here. Spoilers on. Ecam no blue.
One thousand.
Okay, let's go manual.
$500. 400. 100 above. 300. Minimum.
Continue.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
483, please expedite your climb 7,000 feet.
5.
Reverse full. Brakes. 60 knots. Reverse. Stop. Spoilers disarmed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Barcelona. The local time is 8:10 p.m. and it's currently about 8 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the air traffic comes to a complete
Thank you,
stop
guys.
and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight. As this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us and we hope to see you again soon. We apologize for the delay.
So switch
Please
off
coordinate
chrono.
with airline staff as necessary regarding connecting flights or vouchers.
Yes, other planes are still landing on 06. Okay, so now I can request taxi. To the gate.
Barcelona ground Vueling 8483 taxi to the gate.
Vueling 8483 taxi to gate 204 via taxiway Kilo 4 Delta 1 cross runway 02 Delta 2 Mike 6 Echo 5 Mike 7 Hotel Sierra Mike 8 Golf Sierra Mike 9er Foxtrot
Switch
Sierra
off
Mike
flights.
0 Echo Sierra
Start
Mike 1
APU.
Delta Sierra.
Taxiing to gate 204 using taxiway Kilo 4 Delta 1 cross runway 02
And
Delta
switch
2
off
Mike 6 Echo 5
TCAS.
Mike 7 Hotel Sierra Mike 8 Golf Sierra Mike 9er Foxtrot Sierra Mike 10 Echo Sierra Mike 11 Delta Sierra Vueling 8483.
Si, ce soir on va faire la fête à Barcelone. Barcelona is not so far from Toulouse, I think.
Barcelona ground Vueling 3214 no pushback tug is available to answer your request.
I don't like this. What is going on now? You joke. Some stuttering. What is this problem now? Sometimes this is very
Ground Vueling 3214
difficult
be ready to taxi IFR.
to fly in good conditions.
Vueling 3214 taxi to and hold short of runway 24 left via taxiway Mike Sierra Juliet 7 Lima Sierra Kilo 7 cross runway 02 Kilo 6 Echo 1 Kilo 5 Delta 1 Kilo 4 Golf 6 Kilo 3 Golf 5 Kilo 2 Kilo 1 cross runway 24 left Golf 1. Contact tower on 118.105 when ready. Taxi to and hold short runway 24 left using taxiway Mike Sierra Juliet 7
Okay, we will try to go to parking. I have big stuttering now.
Echo 1 Kilo 5 Delta 1 Kilo 4
Okay, this was a difficult flight today. But not because of the flight, just because of the internet connection and computer problems. Okay, I think I'm already allowed to cross the runway. This is very easy. No, I just have only one screen. This is a curved screen. The screen here is just an iPad with a Navigraph on it. Because this is just not possible to have so many stutters. I did the same flight yesterday without any stutters. this seems to be better now. So this is a new terminal, already some years, but this is the new one. The old one is on the right. The old terminal over there, and the new one on the left. What's going on with it? Let's continue. It's really a pain to finish this flight. My computer is freezing a lot now, I don't know why. Please tell me the gate is not so far. Okay, the gate is just here. Je vais pas y arriver. And you just choose to change to 4. Yes, I should say it in French. Sorry. This is so difficult. Why today? Just because, just why I made the flight 3 times this week without any problem. And no, this is just not working like that. This is just horrible. Okay, we made it. Finally arrived. Okay, so I will try to change this value in the registry. But it was working yesterday, 2 days before. And today is just... After landing, it's just horrible. Okay, so switch on APU bleed, switch off lights. Switch off lights, I said. Thank you. Switch off engine 2, switch off engine 1. And seat belts. What's going on with that? And let's connect the... Okay, so I think I will stop here for today. Because I cannot... I have some difficulties. Okay, I will check for this. Je vais vérifier, ouais, je vais changer cette petite valeur dans le registre NDU. Sur le lien. Je sais pas pourquoi j'arrive pas à voir les liens moi quand on me les envoie dans le chat. Okay, I cannot select any buttons. I cannot do anything now. My whole game is bugged now. Okay, finally. Okay, so I switch off everything. Plane is engine are off, so I can switch off pumps. Thanks. Switch off Addons. Ok, j'essaierai de changer quelque chose. Mais en fait, j'avais jamais eu de problème avec des vols sur plusieurs heures. Hein. J'ai fait j'ai fait Paris-New York l'autre jour avec le Concorde. Je suis arrivé à New York, pas de problème, tout se passait bien. Là, c'est juste vraiment juste aujourd'hui pour le live là. Ça bug de partout. Les lumières, switch off lights, switch off everything. Switch off IPU and switch off batteries. Okay. Mais je vais regarder cette petite option, ça pourra peut-être
Au pire, même si c'est pas ça, ça pourra qu'améliorer les choses. Merci en tout cas. So thank you guys.
To be here for this flight. It was a little bit difficult on the ground at Barcelona because of something with my PC, I don't know why. But the way the flight went well until landing. I hope to see you next time. Next time I will fly the Concorde from Singapore to Hong Kong next weekend, about the same time or maybe earlier, a little bit earlier. See you next time. Bye bye.
Yes, I hope so.
See you soon. Bye bye. And thanks for the et merci pour le registre. Je vais aller regarder ça tout de suite.